6 minutes until showtime.
I don't want restream out too. I want actual restream. What the frig? Says we're live.
Are we live?
I don't know. We're getting things. This is ridiculous. Now I can't even get into restream. Figure out in a minute.
I'm on live.
Yeah, we're live.
Not
I don't know. We're getting things.
Here we go.
Alright, hold on. I have to listen to us talk for a minute.
Alright, I think I got it up right. I can see it. Now it's finally up.
Alright, wait. Figure out in a minute.
5 minutes until showtime.
Yeah, we're live. Alright, hold on. I have to listen to us talk for a minute.
Alright, I think I got it up right. I can see it. Now it's finally up.
Alright, wait. Yeah, we're live. Alright, hold on. I have to listen to us talk for a minute. Let's try this. I turned the mic down on this program.
Okay.
Alright. Now hopefully that's better. Now there's only one person in here. Wow.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Yep.
I'm trying to share.
Let's try this. I turned the mic down on this
2 minutes until
2
showtime.
minutes. Mm-hmm.
How come? Alright. Alright. It does sound better.
It does sound better.
Okay, good. Now share to public. Share to page. Share to that one. Alright, so anything external I had to mute.
Oh, okay.
So it's a new program, so I'm learning, so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay. Hey guys, whoever's in here, hello and welcome.
1 minute
Yeah, that's
until
kind of low
showtime.
though. Oh, I didn't get any more coffee.
Shoot, I didn't even think of that. My brain's like, oh,
Oh, we're both brain dead today, guys.
yes we are.
Long day. Oh. Alright. Boo. Ow. Alright, and that. Oh, okay, I have to fix that. Alright.
Becky Bennett, hello.
Do we sound any better today, honey? Did some adjustments. They should be seeing us soon. Alright, and who's trying to get in now?
The show will go live
Here we
in
go.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio.
This is Susan Swanbeck, CEO of the ACU Network. This work is presented by Creative Farms Life.
For the next 2 fun-filled hours, get ready to learn something new, be inspired, enlightened, spooked, helped, laugh, cry, and be awakened. And now, your host of Awakening the Unknown. You never know what these two will be up to next. So please welcome Susan Swanbeck.
Hello, everybody.
Michelle Sullivan.
Hi guys, hi.
Yeah, but definitely the earlier time, everybody's still getting a little bit used to it, so.
Yep. So are we. So are we.
Mm.
We almost thought it was nap time there for a little bit.
Nap time would have been awesome. I don't even have enough coffee.
It could definitely.
So we sound great, awesome. It's a new program and I had to figure it out. So I figured out the sound, which is more important, but I will figure out the settings on my webcam soon. Not a priority. As long as you get to see the jokester up close, I'm not a priority. So,
Oh jeez.
so
So guys, guess what we're teaching today,
yep, teaching Mondays now.
right? And we're teaching what today? Dum dum dum.
Meditation.
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 Okay, another important skill, just like with trying to get your chakras on a regular basis, it's also important to incorporate meditation into your life on a regular basis as well. And we're going to talk about all kinds of different types of meditation today.
Buddha, go get me a hat.
We're gonna
Can you get me a hat?
Fetch a hat.
Get me a hat.
Not me, fetch your
I need a
hat.
mess. My hair's a mess. We're still working on that one.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be talking about types of meditations.
That's right.
Types.
So, if you happen to not mention a type, I'd like for you guys to speak up. Because pretty soon
Definitely.
we're going to hit all the types. But
Now,
I'm just saying.
you're going to have to help us out because, see, my coffee cup is empty. And that's not good. I forgot to get the coffee because I was working on the sound. I made the lasagna.
It just kind of snuck up,
And I had
didn't
to
it?
take care of my mom.
Your hair looks great, which I agree, your hair looks fabulous. She has this Farrah Fawcett thing with if the wind's blowing, her hair kind of look like...
You know, it's really easy and literally, I mean, thank you, but I think it's a mess. But literally, all I do is I brush it all the way forward. I stick a ponytail right here like a unicorn. I pull it out and go snip. Okay, there you go, trimmed. That's how you trim your hair.
And actually, it's a hair hack, and it does actually layer your hair.
Yeah, it layers it. And my hair is long layers, so Michelle kept trimming the ends, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of have layers in my hair. So. Yeah, it is what it is. Now if I get my daughter over here and do purple. Now we do have a caller on the line, but yes, already. So what we're actually talking about is today is not readings.
Nope.
Today is about meditation, the type of meditation. There are many different types, and what it can do to actually benefit you. Because we're all about dealing with psychological aspects, physical aspects, and all of these psychological and physical things are actually going to help you.
Exactly, on a regular basis,
That's
guys.
right.
This is
That
something
is right.
Like having a healthy diet, it's great to have a healthy meditation too.
Yes.
Because it's so important about just getting all of those, get all the duckies in a row.
That's
From
right.
tip to top, inside, outside, mental, physical, spiritual, you name it.
So I thought before I actually read my notes or answered the caller, it might be a really good idea to try to clean my glasses. Because all I'm seeing are spots. So I am gonna. These new wipes smell good. They smell like lemon.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
lemon fresh.
Lemon fresh.
Lemony
So,
freshy.
yeah, I do glass wipes just so I can
Go ahead,
see.
guys.
So really awesome about that. I guess they want to go out and play.
The boys don't want to deal with meditation today. They're like, I'm gonna run around and watch Anna Green Gables.
There you go. There you go, 2 for 1.
Thank you.
All right. So before we even get started, now I don't know if the caller on the line knows anything about meditation or something, so we're gonna actually answer this call right here and see what's up. Hi, you're live on the air with ATU Network. Who are we speaking with?
Hello, caller.
Hi, this is Samantha. I'm calling to find out, I just got transferred to a job and then they transferred me again to fill in for temporary. Do you see?
We're not, I'm sorry, honey, we're not doing readings tonight. We're actually teaching meditation. We do readings on Tuesdays.
You're welcome to give us a
But
call
you're
tomorrow.
definitely up. Give us a call tomorrow, and we'd be happy to help you out. But we do certain things on certain days. So, but definitely give us a call tomorrow.
That's fine.
Excuse me?
You're welcome.
No worries.
Thank you so much for calling, though. We look forward to talking to you about all that tomorrow.
Yes, that we do. All right.
That's amazing.
We're static still.
Really? How do we sound like static?
The sound is distorted when you talk louder. All right,
You guys
hold
are
on.
seriously static.
All right, hold on.
Oh. We do
Hold
not
on,
want to be
okay.
static.
That's all the way down, and I'm trying to find which one the volume is.
The volume, the beast.
Okay, so, all right, I'm going to talk, and unfortunately I can't really hear, and I can't plug in headphones, so I'm trying to see which one is which.
Okay.
All right, we're out.
So again, we're working on this program, so we're getting all the
It's a
bugs
brand new
figured out.
program, so I'm just going to turn the mic down a bit and see if that actually works.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys having a good
And it might
day?
be this new program is giving us a bit of an issue, so I keep turning it down is what I keep doing on that, and I'm turning the mic down to see if the two will actually work. So you guys just let me know how we sound
No, but
now.
while we're talking about it, though, guys,
Right.
before we even get into the whole different types of meditation, what type of meditations are you guys doing? What type of medication types are you guys actually familiar with? Is there something that you find that works for you and it works on a regular basis and you feel great about it, and maybe you want to tell us about that? Or is your type of meditation you're using right now just not working for you? And now there's many types, so so one form may not work for you, but another might.
Yeah, it really
So
might.
it's very important to kind of
So-
like try out different types of meditation
All right.
styles. Very important. It's like trying on a different pair of shoes for your outfit.
Okay, so I turned the mic down a lot, which means as Michelle is a very loud individual,
Yes, I am.
so it's like every time I turn it down, I know I have to talk louder. So.
You guys should hear all my family in one room together.
Oh God, no! Don't do that.
Yeah, it's insanity.
It
Truly,
really is.
it's everybody trying
So-
to yell on top of everybody else.
There are actually different types of meditation, different types. Things that you can actually do in order to help you out. Now, meditation itself is actually offers a time for relaxation, heightened awareness, and everything else. I have a hard time meditating because my brain don't slow down. Well, that's why not every type of meditation is going to work for everybody. There's
Exactly.
always one particular one, like for those that have an issue with their, I can hear you, Sue. Michelle isn't talking yet.
Nope, not yet.
So,
I'm talking now.
awesome. So what's happening is there are different types. Okay. So now in a stressful world, our senses have a tendency to get dulled.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening.
Like
We're
sensory
getting
overload.
light. We get light. Right. See what happens when I don't have a cup of coffee in
She's
front of
not
me.
right.
Yeah.
She's not right. We didn't do meditation.
Meditation, more like nap time.
We needed a nap.
All right, so research actually suggests, and I looked up a lot of this stuff, that meditation has the potential for more than just temporarily relieving your stress.
Exactly.
So it has the potential for relieving all of your stress if done on a regular basis. Did you guys know that?
And that's the thing. It's about getting into these healthy habits. This is why we're starting off 2020 with this. It's very important, you guys,
Yes.
to get into a healthy state of mind. Okay, body,
Exactly.
mind, soul, spirit, you name it.
Exactly.
You want to make sure all your chakras are all open.
Get those chakras going.
Yeah, you want to make sure that your auras are clear. There's a total checklist of stuff that we need to work on
Yes.
for ourselves.
Exactly.
And these are one of the gifts that you can give yourself is these minutes that you do take for your
Literally, give
meditation.
yourself time today. That'll be a gift. Now, educators and spiritual leaders and mental health experts. You have to remember, I kind of sort of am in that category when it comes to having a doctorate of holistic psychology. So I deal a lot with these things, and I like to teach these things because I really do find that they do help.
True.
Now, experts have actually developed dozens of forms of meditation. There's a bunch of suggestions that the form of meditation that suits most people, regardless of your personality or your lifestyle. So if you're the type of person whose brain goes a mile a minute, or if you're the type of person that falls asleep, there is types of meditation out
There is.
that can help you follow that. Now, for someone who actually meditates, okay, this practice offers a chance to improve your physical well-being. You remember that. Meditation does improve your physical well-being.
It truly does.
As well
Like
as
take your
your
vitamins.
exactly, as well as your emotional health, by the way. Now, however, there is no right way to meditate. Did you guys know that?
There is no right way.
No
There's
right way.
different styles that
Right.
work for you.
Right. So now to meditate, meaning people can explore the different types until they find one that actually works for them. So you have to remember that not every single type of meditation is going to fit every individual.
That's right, guys.
Aha! Aha! She says. We're getting somewhere. So now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so no, it's not you. You just haven't found the type of meditation that works for you. That's all.
It's just
Okay.
a matter of just trying them out and reaching the point of that, okay, this type of meditation works for me.
Exactly.
So what works for me may not work for you, or works for Sue may not work for you either.
Right on the nose.
It's one of those things where you do have to try different things.
Exactly. Bingo.
It's like shopping for shoes. Yay.
Okay.
You know, you gotta try them all on.
Within each type of meditation, there are actual several subtypes to discover and practice. Did you know that?
No. But think about it. Just like there's, 7 chakras?
Exactly.
I always think of,
That's just the major chakras.
right, and
not
that's the thing.
all of them.
And I
Yeah.
remember seeing something once where they said each chakra had its own style of meditation.
Right.
And I think
Like
that's part
they
of that.
have their own seed sounds and,
Yes.
and their own colors is what they have.
Yes.
Okay, so meditation teachers actually have different ideas about how frequently a person should meditate.
What do they suggest?
Well, and that's it. We're getting into that. It literally depends on you as an individual, which one you fall into place with, which one you would be more comfortable with, which one is going to work for you. Okay? Now, it is actually fine to blend types to actually test different approaches. Okay? And again, you keep doing that until the right one is found.
And that's what it is. You try one today and you find, well, my mind wouldn't stop. I couldn't stop thinking about the babysitter and the kids and, cooking the salad and, like whatever it was, your mind's going.
Okay.
Okay, so that doesn't work for you.
All right. Well, here's say 2 examples. Guided meditation and breath. All right, so if you're listening to a guided meditation, your brain isn't working, but then your brain might wonder, so then to focus just on your breath, how it feels in and out. So you're combining 2 different forms of meditation in order to get one that's right for you. That's just a general idea.
Very good there, Watson.
So, and again, there are many different types and many subtypes within it. So, and again, now, there are actually kind of 7 examples, some of the best known ways to meditate. And when we talk about these, we're kind of going to get into a little bit of what you think a subcategory can be. I want you guys to participate in this. What do you feel a subcategory of this particular style of meditation can be? What do you know? So,
exactly.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I just want to don't forget everybody to Tuesday for the readings, guys. We're going to be here from 6 to 8 for the readings. The only show we're doing late is on Wednesdays because that's the time that they're booked unless they want to do it ahead of time, to make sure that you know that. And the sterling silver earring pieces that I need to make the gemstone earrings will be in tomorrow, just so you know.
Yes.
So, yay. So, now, has anybody out there ever heard of loving kindness meditation?
And isn't that one where you focus mostly on the heart chakra and being feelings of love and caring and compassion, and you kind of try to focus on those types of feelings? Is that am I in the right ballpark?
Kinda, but it could be a subcategory of it. It could be a subcategory. So, all right, now, this is exactly what this is. This particular type of meditation is a loving kindness meditation. It's also known as a metta meditation. It's called metta, right. It's actually, a goal is actually to cultivate an attitude of love and kindness towards everything. Even a person, enemies, source of your stress. Okay. All right. So let's follow me here for a minute. They're like, yeah, right. No way. Not gonna happen. All right. Now, while breathing deeply, what happens during this is a particular practitioner, somebody that deals with the metta meditation, a practitioner actually opens their minds to receive loving and kindness. That's what you're doing. So you're opening your mind, like a positive attitude, positive mindset, positivity all the time. We talk about that a lot. So what you're doing is you're opening your mind to the universe to receive loving kindness is what you're doing. Okay? Now, okay, then send a message of loving kindness to the world. Okay, to specific people or to loved ones, and that's what it is. So you're asking to receive the kindness and the love. Okay, now what you're doing is you want to send it back out. You want to send love and kindness and lots of love, like to your kids and to your grandkids. Right, send it out. Now you're sending it out to the people you love. That's how you start. Okay.
Sometimes people, healers, like on the internet, will say, well, send somebody love, send somebody light. Like, That's part of what she's
Right,
explaining,
that's
guys.
literally, this is part of the things.
Mhm.
People will say, and I always put sending prayers in loving light.
Right.
Because that's what I'm doing. I'm literally sending them the prayers in the loving light.
hmm
Now, most forms actually of this meditation, the key is to actually repeat the message many times. Okay? Until the practitioner or the person that's actually doing the meditation feels that positive, loving attitude towards it. Now, loving kindness meditation is actually designed to promote a feeling of compassion or love to both yourself and to others. Okay, so let me reiterate. Not enough coffee. Mama can't talk. So, all right, hold on. So what we're talking about right now is, remember I say positivity, and I'm constantly saying this, guys. Stay positive all the time. Stay positive. Stay positive. There's a reason for this, okay? So what you're doing is, particular people are stressing you out and making you feel depressed, okay?
Right.
What you're doing is allowing the control because you're feeling those emotions, okay? So what if you switched it?
And what, gave them the crap back?
No. We're not talking about that. We're talking, this is particularly loving kindness meditation.
So
So in other words, you keep, say your enemy's name was scissor tape. That was the only thing on my desk I could see. Okay, all right. Say that the person that stresses you out, it's his or her name is scissor tape.
Okay.
So you're got your eyes closed. You received all the love. You sent your love and light out to all those that are in your family members. Now you have to continue, literally speak the words, I am sending love and light to scissor tape. I am sending love, light, and kindness to scissor tape. Now, if you're gritting your teeth while you're doing this, I'm sending love, light, and kindness to... Yeah, that's not going to work. You have to continue to send the love out, because what that is doing, in retrospect, talking from a psychological standpoint, that's making you the bigger person.
Yeah.
That is actually a form of meditation. Because what this is going to do for you, okay, this particular type will help those with anger, frustration, resentment.
Got a lot of that. Mom.
And interpersonal conflicts.
Big time.
Also. This particular one. Now, this type of meditation may increase your positive emotions and has actually been linked to reduce depression and anxiety. Also, it has been shown to reduce PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder.
Big one, guys.
Because what you're doing is you are taking your control back. So there are a lot of things going on in this particular type of meditation. It's very simple. You're asking the universe for love and kindness. So you're sending out love and kindness. So therefore you're having the positivity. Now after a while, the scissor tape, okay, I don't know how else to put it, the scissor tape is you know that it's going to be very hard for you to forgive, but after a while you're sending that love and kindness out, and the love and kindness is going out to scissor tape, okay?
Yeah.
So therefore scissor tape has what over you now?
Nothing.
Bingo. Scissor tape has no more control because you have sent love and kindness out. You want this person to give love and kindness, so you're sending out love and kindness.
So this person can go on further and give out love and kindness instead of evil.
Well, see, again, you're not doing the loving meditation.
Well,
You're
you're sending out the love and the light,
You're
right?
sending it out until you believe it.
Right, but then once you believe it, you're sending
Once
your
you
belief.
100% believe it, there's no more evil there. There is no more negativity, because no matter what happens, you're not in the lower, you haven't taken yourself to the position of where your stress is, where your depression is. You've become above it. So therefore it doesn't bother you anymore.
So, alright, so, but the goal is to literally send love and kindness to this evil person, right?
Yes, first you receive it from the universe.
Yeah,
You send it out to all of your loved ones, family and friends.
yeah.
Then the loving kindness meditation, in order to get rid of this conflict, this frustration that has you bogged down like this, and you're like, oh, scissor tape, I want to choke you.
Like, scissor tape, die!
Scissor tape. What you're doing with scissor tape, that's the first thing on my desk. I thought pink tourmaline and banded calcite didn't sound good, so we're doing scissor tape. So, Mr. Scissor Tape, you're sending the love and kindness out. You're sending it out. Eventually, what you're hoping for is it catches on, and it makes them become more aware and calms them down. So what you're doing, rather than attracting the negativity by constantly having it come towards you and constantly acting or reacting to what they're putting out, you're putting it in a more positive manner. In other words, your love and your kindness that you're sending out to everybody else is your shield.
So,
it is your guard, your protection.
So Brenda in the chat room is asking this.
Right.
She says, it makes sense, but what happens if they're still mean to you? That's my thing. Are we actually changing this person as well?
Eventually, do you
ourselves?
believe in universal energy?
Of course I do.
Okay. Do you believe eventually that if enough of the universal energy that you send out to this person, do you believe it'll affect them?
Eventually, yes.
When you get to that point of belief,
Mm-hmm.
when you get to that point, that's when things change.
Because that's what. So,
Right.
so Brenda's question of what happens if they're still mean to you.
Eventually, you're on a more when you become positive and stay more in a positive mind frame, people don't kind of come at you anymore, because they just, for some reason, it's like this. It really is an awesome shield. That's the easiest way to put it.
That is, we're creating a shield of
Yeah.
that person's negativity.
Exactly. Because what you're doing is, rather than absorbing, and okay, they're stressing you out, so you're absorbing it and become stressed. So
Right.
therefore,
So now you stop
negative,
meditation.
negative.
Right, so you go
So
with
you're
the
taking
meditation.
the meditation, you're taking the negativity, and you're going into the kindness, and you know you've had a bad day, you know you want to cry, but instead you're sending them out love, you're sending them out light, you're sending them out blessings, you're sending them out healing, because if this particular individual is snapping, is having all of these issues, and it mean, have you ever asked yourself, why? Why? What is it? What is going on? So, and that's the thing. A lot of us don't know what's happening to everybody else out there.
Or why they're even
Exactly.
as mean
Or
as they
why?
are.
Why do you do this? Why? How many times have you asked a particular individual, why do you do this? You know what? You're not going to get an answer. So you can stress about the answer, or you can give them a hand, because you are the better person. You are the brighter light. That's what this is about. You are the brighter light. So you're going to send that out. You're going to send the kindness out. You're going to send the love out.
Ah, so that's where the saying comes, kill them with kindness.
Bingo.
Kill them with the kindness. Alright?
She is.
I'll just love and light your butt from here to outer space and Pluto. I'll love and light you, alright. Gosh darn
Okay.
it.
And
I love and light you, alright.
yeah, no. That's not what we're talking. See, I had an individual literally go, oh my God, you know, they do these stupid surveys, tell me what you think of me, and somebody writes BITCH, bitch, and I'm like, oh, thank you. What do you mean, thank you? Yes, I'm beautiful, intelligent, treacherous, charming, and honest.
Oh.
It depends on the way you take it. So I could have taken that and all upset. And oh my God, why do I do this? Why do I put myself? No, I'm like, yay. I like that. So and now they're like, okay.
So Brenda says, I know why she does it. She's just nuts. But I am going to try it. I'll put you on your pain, Brenda. I'm going to love and light the crap out of a certain someone too, you know.
Yes, scissor
Oh,
tape. Scissor
yeah.
tape. Light and love. Light and love until you have to continue to do it, until you believe. You believe You have to believe. It's not about what they believe. It's about what you believe, what you feel is working. This is a form of meditation, especially for those with anxiety, with stress, that their mind goes a mile a minute.
Come in, Mr.
So
Otis.
if your mind is stressed out with what's happening around you, especially involved around a particular person, what's going to work more? Sending love and light.
Love and light 'em.
You know, it's literally the more.
I like that kind. I like that style.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
more.
love and light
This
the
is only
crap out of
number
everybody.
one. The more that you send positivity out there, it creates this like beautiful shield of people where things that normally didn't bother you, they don't really bother you as much anymore.
That's the hope,
Yeah.
guys. That's
And
the goal.
that is, it's like, you know what? I love the world. I'm sending love and I'm sending kindness out to the universe, my friends, family, everybody that I love. And for anybody that dislikes me or hates me or for whatever reason, I'm going to send you even more love and healing.
All right, I have
Okay?
a question for this one.
That's what I'm going to do.
So can we like team meditate where I love and light the crap out of Brenda's nuts person and she love and lights the crap out of my nuts person? Like, does that
you
still work?
have to do it. You have to do the
Trying to
work.
help, Brenda. I'm trying to help.
I know. But see, if you want to create the perfect baking recipe, going to the store when somebody else makes it and bakes it does not make it yours.
No.
So, if you want to do the loving and kindness, light and work and heal, you have to do the work.
She says, I'm going to do it. Challenge accepted.
Bingo, baby!
Alright, if you need any help, I'll love and light the crap out of you.
Remember, if you ever get called a BITCH,
Smile.
please remember the definition. Beautiful, intelligent, charming, treacherous, and honest. And I always take it as a compliment.
You know, when people call me crazy, I go, hell yeah, I'm crazy. Thank you so much. There's way too many normal people out there.
Yeah, no, normal's overrated.
Yeah, right? There's just way too many normal people out there. Who the heck wants to be one of the normal people?
I gave that up a long time
There's
ago.
so much more interesting things of life when you're not normal.
What is norm?
What is normal?
I don't know.
That's offensive. Call me normal.
How dare you?
How dare you call me normal? You better call me crazy. I'm loving lighting.
You're loving light. Loving light. All right. Now we're only going to number 2. Here's another form.
So the first one's name officially is called
Love and light.
and light. Meditation.
It's actually a form of a kindness meditation is what it's called.
Okay. Kindness meditation is
Right.
number 1.
It's called loving kindness meditation. It's like a metta meditation. It's a form. It's like a metta. It's a form of a particular type of meditation where you're taking your busy mind, because some people do have busy minds.
Yeah.
But guess what? Let's put your busy mind to work. That's actually a form of meditation. And you can actually take that loving light, and if you're done sending the loving light out, why not focus on your breathing?
Right.
Why not focus on sending out more, or love and light and healing? Start sending healing at the same time. Literally expand and just really do you.
Brenda's
guys.
name's Crazy. Crazy is my name. I got the same middle name. Crazy, just like you. Love crazy people. Too many norms out there.
Yeah. I don't
Come
know.
forth, my crazy people. Come forth. We're all
No,
like
weirdos of the world unite.
That's right. All of you guys, you normal people, change the channel. Change the channel.
No. Come. Go have fun. Come on. Oh my God. So here's another one.
Okay.
Number 2. Body scan or progressive relaxation.
Okay. So takes an explanation.
Does anybody have any idea what that means? This is called body scan or progressive relaxation.
Body
Any
scan.
ideas what that one means?
Body scan. That's like pretty much like how they start you off relaxing different parts of your body. Is it like that? Like relax when you're starting to meditate and you like relax your toes and then relax your feet as your ankles throb in horror, and then Cup your
You're
calves.
actually closer than what you think, and you're being goofy.
I'm being serious.
Are you?
Well,
Can't
you
tell
know.
sometimes.
You never know. I kind of wondered that myself.
All right.
But,
So-
but kind of like that, right?
Very close, Michelle.
Gold star! Yeah! Raise my flag.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, this is what this talking about. Welcome aboard, Perry. P-E-R-R-I-E. Did I pronounce that right?
What?
P-E-R-R-I-E.
P-E-R-I. Perry?
Perry?
Perry! Oh,
like that name.
Oh, je m'appelle Michel. Connais-tu Marché?
Don't you even start. You don't speak. I only speak so much French.
Oh, Brenda goes, is that way they put their hands all over your body? Without touching it? That would give you the biggest form of anxiety. And someone's going, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
No. Oh my God! What happened over here? Alright, now.
That's a good one, Brenda.
Because you have to remember, guys. That was an awesome guess. I love that. I hated the chuckle.
So, I'm not.
I really don't. You know what it is? They used to drive my mother nuts with that. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I never understood what drove her nuts, or why it drove anybody nuts, until my kids was sitting there and my daughter's going, "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you."
You know, I'd be like, you know what? I made that thing. I'll bite it and take it off.
No, not to me, to her siblings. All right, so body scan or progressive relaxation.
Brent is hilarious today. I can't. She's really on a roll.
She's not French.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, progressive relaxation, sometimes called a body scan meditation, is a meditation that actually encourages people to scan your own bodies
Oh.
for areas of tension. So you were close.
Close.
The goal is to notice the tension and to allow it to release.
Ah.
Now, for me, this is a good time to do just before bed. There is tension. You want to
That's a good
release. You're
idea.
not focusing on who, where, what, when, why. You're focusing on releasing the tension of the day. Okay?
Release.
All right. Now, during a progressive relaxation session, practitioners start at one end of their body, usually their feet, and work their way all the way up, which would be the way the chakras. I, on the other hand, always start at the top and work my way down, because my
Really?
mother always said it'd been ass backwards, so, you know.
Ah.
But, you know,
okay.
you can start at one hand and work your way all the way. It doesn't really matter.
As long as you have like
And
that
again,
routine of
this
I'm
is
gonna
not
relax.
about rules. This is about taking different forms of meditation and tailoring them to you.
Working for you.
Tailoring them for what works for you. Okay? So, like I said, after a while, if you keep sending love and kindness out to your form of stress or your form of depression, after a while, you're going to find you're not stressed. You're not depressed. Okay? So now, let's work on this.
Uh-huh.
Some forms of progressive relaxation require people to tense and then relax their muscles.
Oh.
Okay, examples, okay, for those that are actually watching or listening, I want you guys to take a fist and I want you to clench it. Clench it until you can't, you feel it, you're causing pain and you can't take it anymore. Now I want you to relax it. Tell me how good that feels. Tell me how
you're
good that
crazy.
feels to relax. Okay.
You're making your fingers, I'm making my ear. You're still in the camera.
Well, isn't that much better? Intense. Help me. Tell me, that does not feel better.
Can you crack up laughing during meditation?
Well, why not? We haven't gotten to all 7 yet.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. You never know.
Oh,
Okay,
my
so
God.
that's another form. Don't think of it that way. How many people can actually relax if they're going, then all of a sudden your hands get tense and then your jaw goes out 15 miles and you're like, yeah. So by the time you're done, your hands are tense, your face is tense, your shoulders are tense,
You're like
your
all
limbs are tense, so
stuff like
pretty
that.
much you're just like, I can't get it.
You're like, oh,
So, and that's what we don't want.
that's not what you want. That's truly not what you want. That is so uncomfortable to go around like that. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Let's talk about meditation one.
Okay. Yeah, well, this is, and again, heal. We believe in healing.
There you go. That's what she's talking about,
Right.
right? Us getting used to where our stress points are.
Exactly.
So we learn to identify them and loosen them up. Brenda goes, so we tighten them up till we're in so much pain. And
No! That was an example! Oh my God! Well, that's what we did, yes. But it was an example.
oh, Billy, this is our normal day.
Yeah, we do this all the time. Yeah. We believe in teaching laughter metaphysically.
I can picture Brenda in the middle of her dining room, right, or living room, and her granddaughters are looking at her going, what are you going, hold on, I'm not touching you once you're trying.
Oh my God.
Grandma's crazy.
I'm dying.
Grandma's crazy. She just visually lost it. She's going, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
What I'm trying to say is when you need to relax, okay? In other words, if you're really stressed and you really need to relax and you're laying down and you know you need to relax, take stock of where your stress points are.
Yeah, that's
Is
the real
your
key.
stress point here? Is it over your eyebrows? Is it in the back of your head? Are you feeling tension in your
So
shoulders?
if in your
behind your
eyebrows,
neck?
what you do is wipe off the real one and put a fake one up a little bit higher. Put a couple of eyebrows up here. Put them, draw them in a relaxed state.
No, that's not what you do. Now, some forms of progressive relaxation require people to actually tense and relax. Like, when you exercise. Like, there's a certain exercise I do on the couch, and everybody's going to find this hilarious, and I don't care. Because I'm telling you, it actually works. I actually will sit on the couch, and you're going to see a little bounce. Okay? Do you have any idea what I'm doing?
She's really contracting her butt muscles.
Yes.
Okay?
I am exercising my butt
Who's
muscles.
that thought that's a type of form of exercise?
Yes, it's a form of exercise. All you're doing is you can sit there, watch TV, tighten your stomach. And especially if somebody's pissed off, it's great. Yeah, literally, I just tighten, you
And
know.
she does it, and she's like,
Yeah.
you should twerk. I don't know why she don't.
And I find it very relaxing and other people find it funny. It's like a form of exercise. It exercises my butt and my stomach at the same time. Especially if somebody's in a pissed off mood and you don't want to get pissed, just sit there and just go,
Yep, just look at them. I'm working on my butt muscles right now.
what are you doing? I'm
Little
not
do
listening to you.
know.
I'm exercising.
You don't even know. They all this hate on me, and I'm just going butt muscles, butt muscles, like those butt muscles. Come on, 1, 2.
Okay, it is something I do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. It's weird things I do if I'm actually stressed. But believe it or not, you're relaxed, but you think to yourself, man, I'm hungry. So, you don't want to eat too much. It's like, okay, exercise.
I'm gonna do my butt muscles until it's time to actually eat something.
Nope, you gotta go quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm bebopping over here. So, that's right.
Yes, she's twerking. That's right, Harry. She is. She's sneak twerking. If you ever heard of that one, she's sneak twerk.
I know, I do.
Okay, sneak twerk.
Look, I'm 54 years old. I gotta keep this butt in shape. I'm getting up and down 3 flights of stairs.
Girlfriend, her butt is firm and uppity. I had to push her butt up the stairs the other day.
Actually, you did because my back wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so I had first-hand experience. I had both butt cheeks.
I had a full-handed brush. She's like, oh my God, give it to me. I said, you can't.
So
I can't take it. This is because I'm level. If you take anything, I'll be off balance. I just go behind me and push. Literally, she's on the first floor. And she I said minutes ago that I could gas right now.
like a toy lady. Every one of us is. She chair twerks.
Oh my god.
And she does it like an expert, too. She's like left butt cheek, right butt cheek.
No, both at the same time. Same time. Just keep doing it. And what you do is you hold your stomach in. I'm not kidding.
She's doing
Believe it or
it.
not, I have had like 6 kids, 5 living, but I've had 6 kids. 5 living. So I keep my stomach in and I do my butt.
And she does. Oh, the static is acting up again.
Oh, because we got loud.
We got loud.
Damn.
Can't help it. We got
Alright,
loud.
let me try to turn
See,
this
that's
down a
what
little
we're
more. Let's turn this down a little
You
more.
guys are great. Having so much fun today. I'm just cracking up laughing. Little do you guys know what really goes on behind the scenes around here, huh? That's how we get the groceries up the freaking stairs. I just push your butt up the stairs up your holds the back.
Oh, it's just that I was even and I didn't want to be off balance. So, alright, so now we're talking about body scanning. I'm sure everybody's aware of their gut because it's probably killing them at the moment from the laughter. But hey, it's a muscle that's working.
Brenda said, my butt saw the chair twerk.
Chair twerk.
Yes.
You know, and that's what it is. You can't get up. And some individuals, like I work a lot with chair things with individuals, and you can't. Some people don't have the energy to get up and walk, or their muscles can't hold them. So it's like literally, I was talking to my mother today, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Just keep squeezing your cheeks, Ma. Keep that stomach in. Get those muscles going. Come on, come on." And I'll sit down, just weird stuff like this to her. So
That's so funny. Betty's going box. And she's going like, so next learning lesson is how to do Sue's chair program. Preach, sister. That's right. Yes, girl. That's right. This is how she stays slim, trim, and ready to room.
no, that's why I can eat baked goods, cookies, and cake.
Yeah. That's another point, guys. We all need to be doing this right now, okay? For the next 5 minutes, we're all in the chair, okay?
So now, as you're taking stock of where your stress points actually are, you're twerking as you're doing it, rather than the exercise part of it.
I'm just enjoying the twerking. I'm like, oh, my left butt cheek is still there. Okay, let me see. Feel around for the right. Oh, the right one's working. All right.
This is what you're doing. You're taking stock of where your tension is. Exactly. Okay. So now, what I want you to do after this is I want you to visualize actually a wave drifting over you that relaxes the areas in your body that are actually tense. This is why this particular method is really good to do at night. As you're laying down, you're trying to sleep, sometimes your mind's working.
You might fart a little
what
bit.
you're
That's kinda normal at
doing
first.
is you're taking your mind off of what's going on by taking stock in your own body, telling it, okay, this area is tense, and you feel the different areas that are tense.
Keep your blood tense, though, because when you
Keep
stop thinking you're releasing
sending
everything.
the waves of relaxation.
My feeling would be like, I'm relaxing everything. Oh my God, I accidentally relaxed my bladder and I just peed myself. Or
Oh my God.
Think about it.
Hold on, no. I just had a memory.
Oh, that's happened before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not for me.
No? Oh God, I know that's happened somewhere. And all of a sudden you're like, relax, and then all of a sudden you just fart and kick yourself, relax everything.
No, see, literally what this does,
Now I'm scared.
no, progressive relaxation can help you to actually promote generalized feelings of calmness and relaxation. So that's why it's something to good at night. It may also help those with chronic pain.
Ding, 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 ding. Chronic pain, guys.
Chronic pain. This is really good to do with chronic pain. Because if it's something you're doing every night just before you go to bed, you could be out and say, okay, I felt better just before I went to bed. Do it again. Take stock of where the tension is. Because pain does cause tension in particular areas.
That's right.
So, because it slowly and steadily relaxes the body, some people use this as a form of meditation to, guess what? Help you sleep.
So now you're getting all of the relaxation benefits added to it,
Yes.
because now it's making you fall asleep.
Bingo.
That's very good.
Bingo.
That's really good. So don't do it during your favorite movie.
Right.
Use it for, like she's saying, relaxation time.
Right.
So if you're having a hard time meditating, like a certain time of the day, we all go to bed, right? Incorporate as that.
Unless you have
habit.
insomnia and you've been up for like days and months.
Oh, they'll be up twerking,
Yeah.
trying everything, you know what I'm saying? They were like, yeah. You know, they'll be trying them all. They'll be trying them all. I'm gonna go from the carry one. I love and light you, gosh darn it. To next, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And then they go.
Okay, literally, that was only 2 of them. We got 7 to do tonight. We're having a hilarious night.
I can't.
Our evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Who
Now,
says meditation's not fun?
I'm telling you, some meditations really. Now, here's the thing, guys. Okay, I literally broke my back on black ice.
Well,
Okay,
serious?
I literally got up and walked. They asked me how I'm walking. I actually had to go back, take another set of x-rays. At the time I was on a cane because I couldn't walk without one, but I was determined to get up and do it. So, and it's the same thing as a bumblebee. They say bumblebees can't fly because their body is heavier than their wings. Nobody ever told them they couldn't.
Right? They fly. They
Okay.
sting the hell out
So,
of you.
and that's what it's about. So I started doing certain exercises that my doctor wanted me to do, and it just kind of stuck because I need to keep certain muscles tight, otherwise the pain gets too intense. So I look a little silly.
But she's twerking it up in that chair, girlfriend. You think in her headphones she's got like rap music playing.
I don't play rap. I'm a rock girl all the way.
I can only imagine.
Rock and roll.
I'm picturing her listening to I got big butts and I cannot lie. You other butts can't do nothing.
Yeah, this one's in the kitchen, and I'm like rocking out, you know, the good, the oldies, the Queen, and sometimes some Daughtry or some alternative rock. And she's like, me and Joe are like, what is this? What is this? Why? Literally. And look at me and she got headphones on and she's like, and my son looks at me and goes, why? Mindfulness, meditation. Here's the next one on the list. Water is healing.
Oh my god. I can't. Oh my god. Oh, yes.
You tighten your stomach muscles for nothing. So there you go. Exercise, meditation,
Release my two ducks. What's going on?
You didn't know you did that, did you? She had no idea. She had no idea. Joe's in the background going, what?
We listened to him going,
Oh, God.
God, he's so good. Laugh.
You know what? Here at ATU Network, we've promised you one thing, and we always manage to deliver.
You get enough.
We will make you laugh every time.
Yeah.
You're on with us. You may learn something too, you may not.
Maybe.
Or
Yeah.
you just might enjoy it.
You may learn how to chance work a couple of times a week.
Okay, here we go. So I want to get to the next one before break, because we're at number 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're actually going to be talking about mindful meditation.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones.
Mindfulness. Now,
Mindfulness.
does anybody out there know what mindfulness is? Mindful meditation.
It's right up there with creative visualization, guys. That's when you focus on certain actual things to keep your mind focused on one thing while you're releasing all the other stuff to come, out, right?
So you're focusing on things?
Stuff that you feel in yourself.
That thingy? Not that thingy, but the other thingy?
Yeah, the other thing you think.
Okay. All right, mindfulness is actually a form of meditation that actually urges practitioners to remain aware of your present.
I think we're a little bit sad.
You're in the moment. Sorry, that's what happens when we get loud.
She goes, laugh all night. One night you're staticky and you guys got me laughing so much. Hilarious. You got a mindful? Yeah, I'm mindful. I'm mindful. Heck yeah, boy.
Let me turn this down again. And hold on.
I'm glad you're learning with us though, Perry. See, you learned quite a few very useful tricks and hacks and life stuff about meditation. Definitely.
Alright. Try that.
Alright.
If not, it goes the other direction.
You got a mindful.
Alright, so that's what it is. What you're doing is you're letting go of everything else by being aware of your present moment. Believe it or not, that is a form of meditation.
So focusing on the fact that I'm here.
No, not have. Well, technically, you can have a mind full of stuff, but as long as it's only in the present. You can't remember anything from the past, which is easy for me because I don't remember most of it. But
so if you're doing mindfulness, you don't want to think, oh my God, I'm wearing thongs and it's up my butt crack.
is it present or is
It's
it?
present. Like say
Then
you're
you have to
present.
think about if it's present.
I have to think about that. What? My bra scratchy a little bit under the left armpit. That's mindful. Oh shoot. I think.
Oh my God! I swear to God, she'd believe anything I say sometimes. All right, rather than dwelling on the past, and that's what this particular one is about.
The mindful.
Right. Rather than dwelling on the past or dreading the future, mindfulness actually encourages you to become more aware of your existing surroundings, literally. Crucial to this lack of judgment. So rather than reflecting on annoyance or of a long wait, what you need to do is simply note that you wait without judgment. In other words, you are presently right here in the moment. This particular moment, okay? This moment.
The present,
In
right here
this
and now.
moment, no matter what is going on around you, in this moment,
Okay.
what is going on?
I have a wedgie.
You have a wedgie. Michelle has a wedgie.
I have a wedgie. I don't care. I want to announce it. I have a wedgie.
It's almost break time if I can get to
I'm
this.
going to need help with that. I need a couple, like a shoehorn or something in there to kind of get it out. Crowbar.
Okay, so mindfulness meditation is actually something you could do almost anywhere. It really, you can even do it in a note room, in a waiting room is what you can do. Now, while waiting in line at the grocery store, for example, a person might calmly notice their surroundings, including the sights, sounds, and smells of their experience. So that's what you're doing. You're using your senses for being in the present.
That's why you gave me a wedgie.
All right, so
She goes, so we're patiently waiting.
pretty
That's to
much,
come?
yes, you're patiently waiting. So
Yeah.
literally, right.
That is coming.
So you don't have to think about what's coming in the future. You make aware of now. Like, all right, you're at a grocery store. Do you
Right.
smell what the bakery has? Are you smelling the bakery? Okay, literally. Do you smell the guy that you want to walk away from because when you sit next to him on the bus, it's really bad. And then you move next to the guy that's had too much bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is, in other words, this is your present.
So you're present.
You're present.
You're
in that
actually
situation.
doing it.
So you're not worrying about what happened or
Yeah.
what will happen. You're right there in the moment. And sometimes being right there in the moment and finding something in a positive manner, in a positive way. Like I positively wanted to get away from that gentleman that stunk. No offense.
Yeah.
I know it's not his fault, but
Well, sometimes it is their fault.
yeah, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's not.
So-
It's one of those
Right.
things. So should we be more careful and more mindful about where we do our mindfulness?
Well, no, you can do it anywhere. You're sitting in, all right, you're at the grocery store and all of a sudden you see bubblegum. Okay, you see, oh my God, I used to eat juicy fruit when I was a kid. Now all of a sudden, can you taste that? Where are you? You're in the juicy fruit, in the flavor. You're not in a bad negative memory. You're not in stress. You're not thinking about, I got to pay this, I got to do this, I got to do that. How am I going to do this?
That's true.
You know?
You got Perry thinking about the bakery now. She's still thinking bakery.
See?
Yeah, I smell chocolate chip muffins and blueberry muffins.
Actually, I was smelling peanut butter kisses or blossoms.
You know, last night because you had that smell, that funny smell.
Yeah.
You know, I was up last night when you and Joe were sleeping, going around the house sniffing. I was literally going. The boo was looking at me from going, what the hell? Is she? And I'm like, I open up the
Well,
door.
see, as what it is, sometimes when I'm smelling things, it's psychically I'm smelling it, and other times it's actually here. So we don't know. So,
I was like, she smelled it though. So, but I believe she smelled it. So it's gotta be here. So I'm like, you're in bed, Joe's in bed, so all the smells have now been just like stopped. So now I'm going to figure it all out.
I don't smell.
Well, when I come to you, do I smell? No. Buddha's put over here all the time.
the mom is gone. So,
Oh my God.
let's get through this and go to break so I can get some coffee. So what it is you're actually drawing more attention. You're drawing more attention to your present situation rather than what's stressing you out. Because mindfulness is a theme common in many forms of meditation.
Yes.
It has been studied a lot. Okay. Now research has found. I'm not going to look at the comment yet. Research has found that mindfulness can actually reduce your fixation on a negative emotion, improve your focus, improve your memory, lessen impulses of emotional reactions,
Nice.
improve relationship satisfactions. Now, some evidence actually suggests that mindfulness may improve your health. For example, the study of some African American men with chronic kidney disease found that mindfulness meditation actually lowered their blood pressure. So that was the study that was actually done.
And guys, if you think about, in all seriousness, how many times are we in like lines? Like say you're like the after Christmas sales, right? You're in the lines returning, and you're in these lines, and just there's so many people, so many personalities, so much going around you, and you're like, oh my God, I'm in hell, right? You think to yourself, I'm in hell, right? But those are the moments that you should be going, okay, no, I'm thinking about peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, literally, and all the smells and
Yeah.
everything that you have around you. It's an amazing thing. As
Yeah, and that's right. It helps with the patience issues too.
Exactly.
The one that we have, a lot of us have those problems with. Patience. It's really
All right,
good.
we're going to go to a quick break so I can get a cup of coffee, and we'll be right back. And we're going to try to finish off 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh my God,
boy.
can we do it?
I'm going to go pick my wedgie. We'll be back.
We'll be right back right after this. We do have a couple of callers on the line. Now, what we've been talking about this evening is meditation. I just want to mention, don't forget to pop on over to Susan Swanbeck ATU for all of your crystal needs. Sponsor of Awakening is sponsor of ATU Network. And also, please check out our other sponsor, which is, please excuse me, I burped.
Awakening Spirit Productions.
Yes, check them both out.
All of your media needs, guys. All your media needs. Okay, we even do the paranormal if you want it. We investigate you whether you're dead or alive. It don't matter.
Yep, either that or you can just film it, and editing is pretty inexpensive.
And we can
Photo
do that.
editing is also available as well. So.
That's right, guys.
Yep.
So
Also-
if you want to have that unicorn in that picture, you can put that unicorn right there for you. That's for sure.
All right. So we do have a couple of callers on the line, and we're going to take the calls and find out what they need to know about meditation and forms of meditation. And then also when we get back, we're going to talk about number 4, which is breath awareness meditation. Now, believe it or not, that is a form of mindful meditation. Remember we told you that there's subcategories inside categories. Uh-huh. All right, so let's take the
Forms
first caller
within
right here.
forms.
Exactly.
Break it down easier for you guys.
Exactly.
Let's see what the
And
caller
hi,
is.
you're live on the air with ATU Network. What is your name, honey?
Hey, this is Chattertail from Pennsylvania, USA.
How you doing,
Hi.
honey?
How are you?
Good. So, I was wondering, are there activities that are equivalent of meditation? Like, I had a psychic advisor that said reading is the same as meditating. So, are there, any other activities?
Yes, there's what they call creative visualization, honey.
Yep.
Yep, and what that is like, say you have, for instance, a child's storybook, just for an example, and you're in the story and you're trying to focus on different things. Like if the story says Spot has a red ball, okay? So what you're doing is you're taking that thought and you're looking at the picture for Spot's red ball, focusing only on finding the red ball. And that is what they call creative visualization. It's kind of like the same thing, like if you've ever dreamed of going to Paris and you love the Eiffel Tower, right? That could be one of your creative visualizations, is that when you stop focusing and thinking of the Eiffel Tower, that helps put you in your own meditative state by focusing on what creatively grabs you.
Yeah, there is several different forms of meditation, and finding the one that's actually right for you is easy. Now, literally, if it's a guided meditation or just focusing on one thing or staying in the present, but if you have trouble staying in the present, literally something about words, there's many different forms of this that are actually going to help you out. One of them that we're going to be talking about next has to do with breath.
Yes.
It's literally just focusing on your own breath. And it's a way of actually taking you out of yourself and in order to help you alleviate the stress from the day or a stress when you're going somewhere, because you're focusing on your breath. And it's something that you could do anywhere. Literally, if you're having a stressful time, literally they tell you to take a step back and breathe. This is what they're talking about. So you're
keeping
just
that breath.
focusing on that breath. Just
And-
focus on the breath.
Yeah,
And what it does is it helps
I do
alleviate
breath a
it.
lot.
Right.
Now, just to add to that,
When I'm on the bus, or on the car, I would, use time waiting for the ride to do breath work, and then I get car sick. I realize and then when I start thinking out loud in my head different thoughts, the car sickness goes away. I realize the breath made my thoughts go empty.
okay. Well, that's a
You
good
can
thing, though.
also listen to an audiobook.
Yep. And one of the old techniques that I learned years ago was the simple thing of getting a note card and write the word breathe on it, or peace, or love, or light, like a keyword for yourself, so that once you do flip that switch and you're maybe even looking at it and writing, or now some of these we have those memos in our phone, right? Write even a mantra down that you can focus on what the words are that actually appeals to you too.
Right.
That's another step towards that type of tailoring the meditation to work for you.
Exactly. Now I take the bus myself, So I have my music, and I also have my audiobooks that I listen to. So therefore, it's easier for me to separate from everyone around me because I'm actually focusing on something else.
What I do to tailor for me is I listen to Spanish music. And the reason being, speaking of that, I listen to Spanish music because the language makes me focus on what the words are and what the language is. Takes me out of my present day because now I have to kind of extra listen and pay attention to what's being said in another language. So if you have a secondary language, that's another way that you can actually help yourself with the meditation, is to play that music and try to focus on the actual words. You may not get all the words, you may not capture them all, but the thought of just focusing on the different languages, the intonations of the tones and the words and the way that they breathe while they're singing, and focusing on those little things, sometimes that helps too. Do you speak another language?
Yeah, I speak Chinese. I'm currently learning French. A while ago, I was learning Spanish.
Good.
I learned Spanish and French in high school, and I'm, trying to advance recently.
The best thing I can recommend to you, honey darling, honestly, is listen to some Spanish music and find a different style of Spanish music first off that you actually like, and focus on that, because not only now you're actually doing mindful meditation, you're actually increasing your language skills. You're actually feeding your brain, which is causing your intelligence and your intellect to rise. I mean, it causes so many really healthy benefits to your body. Helps you with your breathing. It helps with lowering your blood pressure, stress factors, all that. That's why as soon as I get stressed, I even call it my breakup music. It's Spanish music. Because even during breakups, when you feel like your heart is just hurting so much and you just cannot release that, I also found that listening to different type of music as well that causes me to focus actually helped me with that type of pain too. So I guess it's the way that you kind of tailor it to what works for you. But if you do find a little bit of this or a little bit of that works from different types of meditation, make it your own. 100% take it and make it your own. What other types do you find works for you?
Today, I was, helping out my dad at the hospital. It's been, at least, 7-8 hours outside, spent, out of the house. And I, usually I'm really, always in the house. And when I was outside, constantly, working to, help my dad out of the hospital, he's a patient there, and, when I came back, I was like, wow, that was about a lot of focus. I felt like a meditation, and it makes me remember back when I was going to school. I was outside the whole day. I would go to class. I would do homework outside all day, and it brings back the same feeling.
Yes, exactly. That is a wonderful that you remember that feeling. That's the feeling that you want to keep bringing to yourself. Okay. Back in the day, I remember I have a son who's autistic, and to get him to pay attention and focus more in school, they used to say, play guided meditations, do creative visualization. Well, I also found helped him with his anxiety, and also helped him learn was to do the multiplication tables. You can get it online, or any recording will tell you what the multiplication tables are. So he not only was he learning to listen, he was learning to learn what he was being taught.
Exactly.
And he was learning multiplication and what other type of math tables that we were doing at the time. So it kind of works like the same deal as also index cards. How we used to study for tests and we used to use index cards to do it. It's kind of like the same thing.
Right.
Kind of like that same muscle memory that your brain goes right to. So
right, but what we're trying to do with the meditation is relax the brain.
Yes.
By not worrying about the stressors and the concerns.
Because
it's more about being in the moment.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, honey. So that is really great that you do recognize those things, though. Now, I'm sorry to hear about you having a hard time with your family, but is there there anything else that you can maybe let us know? Do you have any tips and tricks for anybody out there who's listening?
You know, I just noticed, like, my brother, you know, he's, like, 16. He's just, like, you know, like, so much interested in one activity, the video gaming. Like, I am impressed, actually, because, like, I cannot concentrate on something, like, that intense, you know, at home. Like, I think he's just, like, very, like, interested in it. Like, he can forget to eat food. Like, I am very distracted, you know, like, by food.
But you know why? That feels good to them because they're in that moment. When they're playing the video games, it's just like meditation. They're being very mindful of their surroundings, and they're in that focus space.
Exactly. Some individuals do have a way of they're able to actually focus and get lost. I do that in work constantly. I get lost in work.
That's how she helps to stress herself that way.
And I'm just like focused on work and getting this done, getting that done, creating this, creating that, building something new, and I get lost in that for a minute. And that does happen. And some individuals have a tendency to get lost in books, and there's nothing wrong with that because that actually is kind of a form of meditation that'll help relax you a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why you notice how your brother is so focused on the video games.
Right.
It's because he's actually in that video game at that moment. He is so full of his mindfulness that I bet you he can taste, he can smell, he can feel. He is just so in that moment. But you can recreate that moment for yourself too. Just finding what works for you and sticking with that too.
Yeah, and there's several different ways to actually meditate that isn't a deep traveling meditation. You're not transcending, you're trying to de-stress.
So that's different types.
Yeah, does that help
Like,
you? Sorry?
Yeah, before I go, can I know, like, what your guys' backgrounds are? Like, I'm new to your show, but I follow you for my email notification, but I'm, like, new to you guys, you know?
Actually, I have a doctorate in holistic psychology. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I'm an aromatherapist. I am a certified aromatherapist. I said that.
You're a Reiki master teacher.
Yeah, I'm a Reiki master teacher. I am actually an empath. I've been talking to spirits since the age of 5. So there's a lot of background and a lot of educational backgrounds. I do have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and a doctorate in holistic psychology. So.
So we're very thankful that you're following us and welcome to our show.
Crystals, chakras,
yes,
and all that other good stuff.
We kind of hit it all. Metaphysical, paranormal, psychological, holistical, you name it. We got it, darling. You name it. So if you ever need anything from us too, though, like all of our other listeners, you know that we're always available too for you. So if you ever do run across anything that you need our assistance with, we're literally a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Does that help you?
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. You're very welcome, honey. Thank you so much for calling. We'll talk to you soon, darling.
Good luck.
All right.
Relax, meditate.
Relax, meditate.
All right, so let's see what this next one has to say about meditation here. Hi, you're live on the air with ATU Network. What is your name, honey?
Hi.
Hi, Carter.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi,
How are you?
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
Is it just questions on meditation, no readings?
No, we do readings on Tuesday. Today we're discussing different ways of meditation. Readings are always on Tuesdays, and the new time is actually 6 to 8.
Yep.
I have to get up at 6 a.m. now, so I had to make the time earlier.
Oh, okay. So you're in the morning then?
Oh, no.
Actually, we're 6 to 8 p.m.
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
We're Eastern.
Right, we're in Eastern time.
Okay.
What time zone are you?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona. Oh, what, you're like about 3 hours behind us, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Now, do you do any meditation? Do you do any meditation?
All the time. And you know, I want to tell you guys about in the middle 80s when I was going through a huge I didn't think my life could get any worse, but I was wrong. It can.
Oh.
I had just started therapy. I'd never been to therapy before, and I started a therapist and to help me through getting through some stuff that my life was experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And the therapist, it turned out, was New Age. And I didn't know anything about that, and so she handed me a book, and including the weekly therapy sessions. But she handed me a book, and it was called Power of the Unconscious Mind. I don't know if you guys ever saw that book or read it.
Yes, yep. I think I have a copy even of it somewhere. Yep. Yeah, that was an excellent
book. So that
book.
was my first in the middle 80s. And I guess I'm an extremist. I take something and I run with it, and I'm like immersed. I'm all about it. And then that led me to creative visualization.
Awesome.
At that time, it was, just huge, the book there. And so I was just, and, things started happening in my life. On a external plane. It took me many years, about 30 years of continuing healing, self-healing and self-growth kind of things to get to the place that I'm at today, and I'm still struggling with this. But back then, so that creative visualization was so amazing. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was doing daycare. I was doing at-home catering. Like I'd make stuff and then go out and sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And then overnight, I got into a trade school, 13 months trade school, and put my kids in daycare. And then I ended up within a year and a half. I was traveling for a Fortune 500 company. I had a company car. I had an expense account. I had 125 accounts I was handling.
You go, girl.
And it was all through creative visualization.
Yep.
Well, that could be a double-edged sword, though, because I had little kids, and they didn't do so hot in daycare. We don't have great daycare in this country, and I don't think that many years later, I don't think we still do, unless you can afford it.
Right.
But no, on the external, I really brought in a lot of material, tangible,
yes,
and it still works.
Yes.
I can see that it still works. When I really focus and just erase, when the negative thoughts come in and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh, you've got such an awesome grasp of it, though. I'm so glad that you called in tonight. I mean, I'm a big fan, too, of the creative visualization, to myself. I find that helps, especially with younger children, when you're trying to teach them about focus and concentration.
Oh.
I find that is, like, you can never be too young to learn about that stuff. So, it sounds like...
And I used to have my kids meditate.
Oh, good.
With me. I used to have my kids meditate with me, and I, let's see, what else? But you have to... What I learned, if you're trying to force something, it won't work.
Right.
It won't work if you try to force something.
Right.
Yeah, it just won't work. So anything that's happened, it's because it was I wanted to say approved by whoever, the higher entities or whatever. But as far as they flew me for the job interview. I was told there were a ton of applicants, including teachers, professional teachers that were applying for that position. And they flew me to a resort to another huge town for the second interview.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just something I wasn't used to or had experienced ever in my lifetime. And, so.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I mean,
you manifested that for yourself, though. You manifested that.
See, I have to do the work, too. I have to do the footwork. I mean, nothing's going to fly open. I went to many job interviews before that.
Yeah.
I remember going to one job interview, and I left the job interview, and I just happened to turn around. This is the middle 80s. I happened to turn around and look at the back of my leg, and I had a giant hole in my stocking, in my nylon. So, I didn't just get that. You know, that was a job I didn't get, but you know, it was like a job and excuse that I said. It wasn't.
That's great.
Yeah, back then everything was nylons. Had to wear nylons.
Boy, those nylons were killers back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to meditate just to make myself feel like I wasn't in pantyhose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, you know, I mean, I could, yeah, but I get a lot of answers if I stay disciplined. Like if I have gone to bed at night and said to myself, my higher beings, tell me about this person. I really have a crush on them. I really want them in my life. And I was shown in my dreams how bad it was, how terrible it would be. This individual was married. And and I went after them anyway, and it blew up in my face. You know, so I have to, I've learned it's important for me to listen, to really listen. The answers are there.
Bingo.
You are absolutely right, honey.
Yes, you are.
You know, how many times a week do you do meditation now? Is that a nightly thing for you?
Well, you know what? I am not disciplined in the way back then. Like I said, I took the ball and ran with it, where I immersed myself and I was meditating 14 million times a day. I was visualizing. But now, you know, my life, like everyone else, is a full platter. And so when I have my little grandson with me, I meditate as I'm falling asleep. I'll meditate when I wake up, you know, before I get out of bed. I grab as I go.
Awesome.
Or, you know, whenever I take a nap, like I'm by myself now, I always, before I drift off to sleep, I'm meditating. And there are wonderful things on YouTube. You know, the music there, they have music for meditation.
Yes.
And, you know, that's something that is really, I didn't think, my therapist back then, I don't have her now, but the one that handed me that book, she said, she didn't believe in those subliminal music meditations. Because she said people could plant things in there.
They can. Anything that is on, you want to make sure that anything that you're listening to is not 440 hertz. 440 hertz is actually reprogramming back then.
Yeah, you can brainwash yourself.
You need to make sure it's at a different hertz. Like 442 is okay, 438 is okay, but not 440 hertz.
That's the one you want to remember.
And we do not, I'm very particular with that, we do not broadcast at 440 hertz at all. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So those are the things you do need to watch for.
Yeah.
So when they're talking about back in the day, where they're talking about subliminal messages,
they were right about
that's
that
what
then.
they were talking about.
Yeah.
They were talking about that.
So at the time, the therapist was correct in warning you about that.
Yeah. I've kind of found one or two that I really like on YouTube.
Good.
And it's beautiful music. And I'll sit there, you know, crocheting or just let my mind do whatever. And I'll get these phone calls that I was wishing to talk to people. I mean, really great things happen.
Yeah.
Or I'll get out of the blue, you know, I get these giant gifts. You know, so, but I know I have to do the footwork. My whole thing for me, and there in my life, there are things that I wanted to have happen for one of my sons, and I meditated and tried to manifest for him, and it didn't happen. And it turned out to be a horrible disaster for him, and it didn't happen. So, and not all the time does it happen. You know, it's not like the Tooth Fairy, and every time the Tooth Fairy brings what I want. No,
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. But the meditation aspect of it is something that helps alleviate the stress in order to give you the strength to be able to move forward.
Yeah. Whether that be the only benefit, even you know. Thankfully, you ran with it and you learned different types of meditation, and I'm sure you're going to continue to learn still more different types as you go about life. As you know, they break everything down so much more these days too than what they used to. So there is a lot of forms of meditation that you were probably doing on a regular daily basis that you were not even mindful that you were actually doing meditation, but now you are. Like you were saying, like listening to a guided meditation.
Right.
A lot of people really can focus on the word, the audio part of it. So if that works for them, then that works for them. Definitely go for it. But it's always great to keep challenging yourself to try different types.
Always.
Always, honey. Make sure that you promise us that you will always keep challenging yourself and keep trying to learn new types of meditation. And you're doing an awesome job teaching your grandbabies that too. Because the earlier they learn that...
Well, you know, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I would think that I would be, like before I've fallen into times in the past, long ago past, where even when I was a kid or just before I started meditating, where I would be asleep and I'd be half awake, and I've heard other people describe this sensation like I'd feel myself being dragged off the bed, nothing was there. You know, I'd wake up and nothing was there. Or I'd feel the covers being pulled off, or I'd feel myself frozen, you know, where something was laying on me and I couldn't breathe. And so I was talking to a spiritual teacher, and, you know, I know the exercises to work with. You know, I'm not a practicing Catholic. I feel like I'm inclusive in my spirituality, but I would always revert to the Catholic prayers until I drifted off to sleep. And then I thought I was beyond that. I thought, oh, I got this down. I know how to protect myself. I know how to do all that through meditation. Well, about a year ago, I was staying in a cottage somewhere on vacation, and the first night there, I had that, in fact, I had to wake up my partner. I said, something has got a hold of me, and I felt it was like their arms, this entity, the arms were wrapped around me, and their body was spooning me.
Oh.
And I told my partner that, who doesn't believe in metaphysics or anything, and he said, well, do you think, I woke him out of his sound sleep, he said, do you think the place is haunted? I said, I don't know, but I don't like this. And the next day we went to go buy a Bible, you know, the Bible and had it there. I talked to the other cottage residents that were on vacation, and I said, God, is this place haunted? It was built in the 1900s. Is this place haunted? And everybody was poo-pooing me. But, so I don't know what happened there, but of course I used my, I was, you know, using my regular protection techniques and methods that I normally use. But I had that Bible right with me.
No, I mean, it comforted you, but it sounds like you had like what they call sleep paralysis. Sometimes because you're so open, when you start getting into that type of sleep that gets you in that astral plane, sometimes people will feel those symptoms of like sleep paralysis and feelings of somebody touching them or pulling them off the bed or things like that. And that pressure on top of them, they can't feel like they're being held down. So, I mean, you were really great about identifying what was what, though. So that, I give you a lot of kudos to that, honestly. Yeah. But it sounds like you was an episode of sleep paralysis at the time. Yeah. But it could be haunted, too.
We went to the Catholic... Yeah. So we went to the Catholic store the next day, and the cheapest Bible I could find was for $30.
Wow.
And then we happened to go shopping to other stores just to shop, you know, while we were on vacation when we needed something. And I happened to go to the dollar store. I don't know if they have them out there where you guys are. I went to the dollar store, and they had a Bible there for $1. And it was the same size and everything.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
You never know what you're going to find in the dollar store.
And you know what? Yeah. That brings me...
I love the dollar store.
Oh, yeah, I love the dollar store, too. But that brings me to a point. The reading of the Bible, for a lot of people back in the day, the part of their faith was read the Bible, read the Bible, read the Bible. What they were doing actually was creating their own meditative state, too, by doing that.
Right.
So it's that. Yes.
Yes.
So that is a good point that you bring that up, too.
I have always thought that, you know, I was a Catholic, born a Catholic, and I was raised in a very traumatic life. But so I always thought that I was always a meditator, because when I would go into prayer, Catholic prayer as a little girl, that was my meditation. I can remember the feeling of how it felt, you know, when I go into, you know, the monks had nothing on me. You know, I would just go into prayer.
Wow, I'm so glad you called, though. It was such a pleasure talking to you tonight. Thank you so much for all of your tips and
thank you.
tricks.
Yep. Thank you so much for
Thank
calling
you.
in, honey.
Thank you. It was nice to talk. Thank you.
Oh, and you know what? We are on for tomorrow night and Wednesday night, and do not be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. All right, honey?
All right.
And
So
thank you
let's,
so much. That is so awesome. She brought up some really, really, really great points, guys.
right. Fine.
Great points.
Now let's get into meditation.
We haven't gone to the elements yet.
No, we still got 4 more to get through. We've got 23 minutes left of the show.
All right, let's do this.
So.
We can do it.
All right. So what it is we're going to be talking to you right now about breath awareness meditation. Okay.
Mhm.
Now what this is exactly what it sounds like. It's actually a type of mindful meditation that actually encourages you to focus only on your breath.
Right.
On
Not
your
like you're
breathing.
stuck. Go,
Yeah.
No, the
Literally,
actual
how does your
relax-
breath sound?
Right.
Does your chest go up and down? Does it go in and out? It's more of a focus. What it is a slowly and deeply counting their breaths. And again, do you breathe in 1, 2, 3, or do you do 1, 2, 3, 4? You're focusing all of your energy on just your breath, nothing else. And what that's doing is it's helping you ignore any other thought that comes into your mind. And that happens with a lot of individuals that do have busy minds. So any form of mindful meditation, whether it's breath awareness, actually offers you the same benefits as the mindful one. Those actually include the reduced anxiety, improved concentration, and a greater emotional flexibility.
Exactly, guys.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
So it's like if you can't focus on nothing else, we always have our breath.
Right.
Always have
Focus
your
on
breath.
your breath. You can focus. There's many aspects of it for people whose mind jumps. Okay, well, if your mind jumps, you focus on the sound. Then from the sound, you focus on the count. Does your breath go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4? Focus on whether your chest goes out and in or up and down. So it gives you a variety of way to focus on different things, different ways.
All right.
Now we also have Kundalini yoga. Is actually a form of meditation.
We talk about
Okay,
this, guys, on chakras
Yeah,
Sunday.
that's number 5 on the list. Now, what it is, this is a particular form of meditation that actually bends and movements with breath and mantras. Usually people learn it from a teacher in a class. However, some can actually learn their poses and their mantras at home. Now, again, this is part of the chakra, where we're talking about the yoga poses for chakras. This is what we're talking about right here.
That's right.
Actually improves your physical strength, reduces pain. It also helps to improve your mental health by reducing anxiety and depression. So you're balancing your chakras, you're doing your sound mantras also, and you're able to balance your chakras all at the same time. There was actually a study done in 2008 that Vietnamese with chronic lower back pain, for instance, found that yoga actually reduced their pain and increased their energy.
Very much so, guys.
Yes, and
Very,
they
very
actually
much
improved
so.
their overall health, which was really good for everybody coming back from the Vietnam War.
Especially
Yeah.
imagine all the stressful things that they had to deal with when they came out from that,
Exactly.
and quieting their mind. PTSD is a very, very real psychological
is.
disorder, guys. So it's important, especially if you happen to be someone who does suffer from PTSD, to find a type
Exactly.
of meditation that helps work.
Now,
with it.
another form is called Zen meditation. Now, Zen meditation is actually sometimes called Zazen. Okay, it's actually a form of meditation that is a part of the Buddhist practice. Many Zen practitioners study under a teacher because this kind of meditation actually involves specific tests and postures. So if you're really interested in getting in to something very deeply, this is something that definitely would require a teacher. The goal is to find a comfortable position, focus on your breathing, and mindfully observe one's thoughts without judgment. Now, that's actually a good thing. What if you take the mindful meditation aspect of it and literally focus on your thoughts without judging your own self, without judging your thoughts? So
That's the thing.
if you allow your mind to wander, don't judge them. just let them run their course.
So that you just kind of let it process?
Yes.
Let a thought come in. It comes coming, it's coming in, it's coming for landing.
Exactly.
Oh, no, we're running it over to another type of
That's right. Revert
And
over
just
to another runway.
Think about
Exactly.
when we swipe on our phones. You know, when we're looking at our phones, we're swiping. Think about it when those thoughts come to you. You're
Yeah, it's like,
swiping.
no,
Swipe,
don't need it, don't
swipe,
need it, don't need
swipe,
it, God.
swipe, exactly. Oh, you want to get all right, we're going to swipe up for that one. Like you want to stick with what is actually beneficial.
Right, but the particular type of Zen meditation we're talking about does take a particular discipline in order to practice it. Okay, so we're going to get into... Huh?
That's Kundalini, right?
Yeah, it is. It's no, the Kundalini was before that. This one is the Zen.
The Zen, sorry.
Also known as the Zen. It's like a form of Buddhist meditation. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about transcendental meditation. What the hell is that?
Yeah, what's transcendent? Oh my goodness, I can't even say the word transcendental.
Right.
Right.
Okay. What you said. Now, it's actually a spiritual form of meditation where the practitioner remains seated, breathes slowly. The goal is to transcend or rise above the person's current state of being. In other words, you're traveling to a higher plane of existence, so to speak, is what you're doing. Now, during a meditation session, you will focus on your mantras or represented words or a series of words based on a complex set of factors, sometimes including the year the practitioner was born or also the year the teacher was training. So you're focusing on a particular area in order to transcend in that particular aspect. Now, an alternative actually allows people to choose their mantras. They're more contemporary visionaries. It's not technical. Transcendental meditation, though it may look subliminal or similar, a practitioner might decide to repeat, I am not afraid of public speaking while meditating. Now, this is what we're talking about. So what you're doing is, okay, for instance, I can cook meals. I can cook meals. I can cook meals. People like my meals. I'm a baker, mostly. So, in other words, what I'm doing is I'm constantly putting that out to the universe. So it is another form of meditation. Again, you can take this at the lighter path, or you can also take it on a deeper path.
That's right.
Now, not only is this particular type of meditation very helpful for you, but it's also good for your spiritual, when you're trying to awaken your spiritual side, it's going to help you grow there. And also, it actually heightens your manifestation abilities.
That's right, guys. So
What
like
you're
the
doing
caller
is
was talking about,
right? You're manifesting through the meditation.
Exactly, which I'm so glad she called, because she was such a great example of exactly this. Like,
exactly.
And she's experimented with different forms as she explained throughout her life. She was able to grasp different types of things.
And different types,
parts.
and it's there's nothing wrong with using several different types at one time. It's literally what works for you.
Very important. What works for you?
Right.
What works for me may not work for her. What works for her may not work for you. And it's finding the right combination that is like, okay, I'm going to meditate, and like, you got this now, so you know exactly what you got to do. And the overall sense of general well-being that you feel from meditation is worth it.
It really is.
It truly is worth it.
Okay, so right now I think nobody's left in the chat room. So that's okay. It is what it is. It's a new time and new shows. But tomorrow we are having Reading Tuesdays. And again, it's from 6 to 8. The show is earlier during school time hours because I do have to get up early.
Like feed the chickens kind of early, you know?
Yeah, I gotta get up and feed the chicken.
Yeah. They're gonna think you really gotta up and feed chickens.
No, I don't.
She's gotta feed the cows in the field and the sheep and the lamb.
No, I gotta get a teenager up for school.
Which is kind of like, you know, getting them up.
It's like going out feeding the cows, feeding the chickens.
Feeding the chickens.
All right, guys. So we are actually going to end this show about 15 minutes early because I'm functioning off of lack of sleep from doing a crystal show last night. So don't forget to check out the sponsors page. She will be available probably tomorrow during the day for some crystal shopping. You can always send a message to Susan Swanbeck ATU. She'd be happy to help you out with all the crystals that she does have available. And we'll see you here tomorrow from 6 to 8 for readings. And don't
Eastern
forget,
time.
Yep, Eastern time. Don't forget Wednesday. We have Mr. Carl Johnson.
The
Then we're going to be on
demonologist.
from 8 to 10.
He's the author, the co-author of Shadow Realms Demonology Handbook.
Right.
The very first demonology handbook ever.
Exactly.
Not the Bible, an actual demonology handbook, guys.
Bingo!
Bingo, okay. And he's got some more news and some really, really cool things to talk to us about on Wednesday. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's the only show this week that is from 8 to 10 Eastern time.
Right.
The others are 6 to 8 Eastern time.
So what I want to do right now is I want to thank all of our listeners and callers for calling in. And don't forget, readings is on Tuesday tomorrow.
That's right.
Don't
We'll
forget
get
to
the
check out
readings.
our sponsors, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Have a great night, guys.
With Susan Swanbeck and Michelle